Only a short video today. This is where we throw our engine in. I'm going up to the other place and I just want to get this one out quickly. So I hope you enjoy. I love these things. I'm a Ford guy, I guess, but I've always liked Holden 6s and Ford V8s. Not the other way around for some reason. But being a JL, it's significant. Even though it's just a letter designation for the model of the car it's going to go into. I just have to lift that off. Hang on a minute. And I'll stick something under the front, I think. There we go. It should protect it a bit. Or not. Will this go in there? Probably not. Right. Oh, with the air cleaner. Amazingly effective, those old clamps. At a time, I haven't got my ladder here, so I couldn't finish that hedge. I'm going to put all this stuff away. There's crap everywhere. That's a big lie. This is was supposed to be a 352. I looked at it and thought, C6 transmission. The guy thought it was MX, but it's not. It's a C6, so it could be a 390. Everything looked good, except one of the pistons looked like it had a bit out of the top, and I wasn't sure whether to start or not. I haven't finished making that snorkel either. Imagine if I was into model railways, you're going to be nice layout in here. Right, so I've got two gearboxes for 302. That one on the XA wagon, this one on the Fairlane. There's our lovely little 302. Now I've got to take the air cleaner off. The carburetor is a Holly 600. Damn, get on there. Come on, what are you doing? I do have to buy a 1/4 inch wing nut for it with a broad base, and also a PCV grommet for that air cleaner. Needless to say, it doesn't matter. Has it got a torque ring? Got a torque ring there. They're hard to get. So, got to put a drive plate on, get this off the stand, put the C4 on it, and put it in here. Don't know if I'm going to put it on tonight. I've got things to do. And I've got to zip up this other movie and release it. But you would have seen it by now, so that's beside the point. Need to clear this room for another 302 build. So, I'm going to start taking this off. And I'll start with the fan clutch. I've got another fan for it over there, with a leaky clutch that is painted black, so we don't want that, but we do on the blades. And, yeah, it just needs a bit of a clean. It's been a few months since this has started. I haven't got the leveler with me. I never used to use one actually. I always just used to use a chain and then stick a jack under the gearbox. That's the wrong alternator bracket for this. It needs the more modern one. That would be fine for the XA. So that's just made up of a combination of bits I had and some I had to buy. The adapter for the carburetor, or the spacer I should say for the carburetor, is just off a 390 I think, and I used body filler to block it off so it didn't leak. Remember this? Hang on, I can't get it off. There's filler all in there. And in there. So we'll put tape over that because I don't want anything falling in. Right, I've created some room. These can get pushed out, allowing me to put that in there. The only thing I don't like is I normally roll a car into the engine. I don't have the engine moving around because they tend to pendulum. This Galaxy is a pain in the neck to back because I can't see It hasn't got a right-hand mirror. And it's a lanyard. And it's left-hand drive, and I'm not used to that. It's a nice car, this one. It's rusty. But I'm actually looking forward. I miss my other Galaxy so much. And this is the 67, this is the one I like. But it is a bastard's back. I'm just looking out there. And I'm going to go a bit closer to that bush. But it's like 30 turns lock to lock. Just a minute. So yesterday I got home at a reasonable hour. And I thought, oh, I'll come out and do some work in the garage. Got out here and I just, you know, you're just not in the mood sometimes. I think I was just a bit too tired. So today, I'm still a bit tired. It's because I'm getting old. I've done the same thing again. I got a camera and a tea and I got to go in the garage. So I came out and I was looking mainly at mounts, cross members. I've had a change of heart with this car. There's some fasteners and stuff. Fairlane, I was going to originally coat underneath it, do all that stuff. I've actually changed my mind. I'm just going to chuck the engine in. And try and tidy up what I left as being fairly untidy. And kind of do it on the fly if it needs to be done. Tomorrow, I'll take these in. I'm just going to make a spacer to sort of sit around there so I can press those old bushes out. Which goes that way. Here's some new OE type ones. So, and the ball joints in a box over there. So they can go in, but I'll do that tomorrow after work. In the meantime, today, got to move some of these doors and make a bit more room, push some stuff around, and we're good to go. Oh, one thing I forgot though is my tea. I always get tea, so I'm going to sit down. I'm not going to have the camera on. I'm going to sit here and you know what? Sometimes all you want to do is just sit there and look at this stuff. It's like I'm selfish, and I am selfish. I still look after my children and everything, but I haven't got a partner, and I'm single. And you know what? I kind of want to stay like that because, I mean, imagine if I had a new girlfriend and I was just sitting in here. That'd be really rank to do that. It'd be like, what are you going to do now? I'm just going to sit in the garage and look at cars. I'm not even going to work on them. I'm just going to look at them. No one's going to hang around and listen to that crap. I guess the first thing we'll put the leveler on it. I never used to use a leveler. My brother's actually. But it does make things a lot easier. It's kind of crazy how this fits. Kind of like that. Might have to, I don't want to scratch anything, so I might just use bolts with nuts underneath. Oversized ones, just so I can keep clear of rock covers and stuff like that. I'm just tapping this little thing for the heat riser. I wanted to put a heat riser on this. I wanted to look authentic, even though everyone watching this and myself and anyone who buys the car eventually, if I do sell it, will know that there's nothing authentic about it at all. Now, this is for the heat riser, and the heat riser, this long one, I bought a while ago. I gave it a paint. The manifolds are ceramic coated. I've got them done, I usually get the chrome one, but I got this done in the grey, which does have a high tolerance for heat, obviously. That's about as far as it's going to go. And what that means is it's going to look, it's going to maintain that nice look and not get all rusty and horrible. And this will just go nothing under there. It just gives it a more authentic look, and it means the heat riser is all functional and, you know, all the sort of other stuff. So that's all good. But these must have been, this manifold must have been, the boss was there, it wasn't drilled. And it must have been one of the older ones that had a smaller heat riser on it. I think the emission engines, that's what Jordan Knight's Sprite, the emission engines have, yeah, it's a little bit different for those. There we go. Yeah. Oh boy. And that's that for that bit. I've got the mounts on. I've just got to put the sandwich plate, drive plate. And this has a torque ring for the drive plate. Now I think that's ordinarily only 351 engines that have that. I don't think 302s use them. I'm not sure, could be wrong. I said about 302s using a non-baffled sump and 351s having a baffled sump. Someone said, well, that's incorrect because some do, some don't, which actually makes perfect sense because Ford just, reach in the parts bin, you get what you get. Okay, right, so have a quick sticky. So we're all ceramic coated. Brass wheel shees. We got plated fasteners along the sump and new mounts, plugs, and I've put the engine hooks back on. Plated hardware, even though it was rusty, so it's a bit dull in its plated form. You can see a little bit of blue there. That's the original colour of the engine. Same thing on this side, power steering brackets there. I've got to take that clutch off before the engine goes on. And the same deal, new mounts, new everything. It's rather nice. That doesn't need to be there. Right, so let's go toward the back and put some of this stuff on. Anyone watching this is going to get seasick because it keeps swaying around. Witness mark there and there. Then I realised I've already got one there and there, but it doesn't matter. These are not the same. It's not a sort of a symmetrical stud pattern. Anyway, that goes toward the bottom like that. So when I get the drive plate, I've just got to move that around to get it where I want it. I'm just going to move the camera back. I still haven't dug out a starter motor for this. I don't know what I did with the... I've got a pile of them under the bench over there, but... what have we got? That goes there. I'll clean that surface there a bit too. And that's going to stab in there, sort of like that. And I'm just going to put this on according to where it best lines up. So I'm just going to rotate that around, and you can see it's out. And it's only a very fine series of adjustments. It's not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Damn, which one is it? Oh, come on, Pete. What are you doing? Oh, that looks good. Where's the bolts? Oh, wait a minute. Good. So that goes like that. Otherwise, you just keep rotating the thing and getting it wrong every time. I find that's just an easy way to do it. I'm going to torque this down too. The torque wrench is a bit too small. Watch things like this, because if you slip your open your hand up on that, it would be rather unpleasant. You certainly don't have to do this. I'm just putting a little bit of grease just around the spigot. It's not a manual gearbox or anything, but it just means it might make it easier to remove if I need to. And normally I would grab these things and just wiggle them around. Like line up the front, grab the back, wiggle it around until it fits, but we'll do it a bit differently today because I'm too old for that sort of thing. What I'm going to do, I'm going to move it up and I'll lift the engine a bit, level it, and it should just plop straight in. Makes things a bit easier, particularly when you get old. how are our converter holes? I'm just going to move the torque converter studs. How far out are we? Not, gee, that's not bad. Look, I'm right on that dowel already. What about the other side? Not far. Just want to make sure those converter studs are, oops, just move them over a little bit. There's a drain on it too. Now this drive plate has 4 provisions for the drain plug on the converter, which is good. It's around there somewhere. It's already started. This one I might have to move, just on the off chance the thing's not quite level. And then, yeah, it's all round about in the right spot. I might just tilt it back a tiny bit. Nope, like that. And if you're doing it finger tying, it's not a problem. It's starting to rain. Good old Melbourne weather. Now, can I rotate that converter? Oh, it's right back. Yep, cool. And it's no effort doing it like this, you know. Thanks, Phil. Music feels ratchet. I don't know what I've done with my breaker bar, actually. Still got to put the starter on and do the converter nuts up, but I think I'll leave it there for now because it started raining and I want to what am I doing? Going back this way? No, going this way. I want to bring the cars in. That's alright, doesn't it? I'll just put this back and leave it sitting on the cardboard. It's a bit tricky because there's not much room. I've decided not to take anything out of the garage. It's after work, it's late and so forth. So I can't lift it up the right way. So I'm going to lift it up, pumping on here while I hang on to it. And then I'll let it turn around and go its normal way. It's going to be a slow process because I've got to let it stabilise before I start moving it in or out because I don't want it to hit anything. I said before, I think, I always roll cars into their engines. I don't roll the engine into the car. If you've got 2 people or 3 people or whatever, yeah, that's fine to do that. But I haven't. So I've put the starter on, done up the torque converter bolts and the inspection cover under there. And I think that starter's alright. I can't remember if I use that or a different one when I ran it on the stand. Dated the gearbox, I always date them, July 24, I think that's when I finished it. And taking the clutch off and, damn, Bob's your uncle. So, I'm going to lift this up, put you on a tripod, and right now I don't even know what that is. Tripod, where's my tripod? Still a bit to do in there too. It's coming along well though. I'm kind of excited about it. Once the engine's in, the doors are on, it's a complete entity and I can just sort of finish it off. Which, I'll probably even see that on the XC. Where the hell is my tripod? Did I take it in? Damn. Oh, that's another thing. I've got to put that on. I've got to put this on. Frick, that was daft, wasn't it? Hang on a minute. I've got to do that now. We'll use up some of these Goldilocks bolts. I'm not putting them on the XA, but on here it doesn't matter so much because look how well with the green. Just tighten those up. There's a rhythm. You've got to sort of stop and then hit it on the see, it wants to move over on the downstroke of the bounce, if that makes any sense whatsoever. To cancel it out. Hope this thing goes high enough. Oh, actually, I might lower the car a bit. Hang on a sec. Now, can I start moving it? Yeah, we're getting there. It's looking rather good, isn't it? Lovely. Well, here we are. We're about to go in now. I reckon it's going to be, well, it's different the way I'm doing it, but it should be pretty easy nonetheless. Once it's in, we can start putting all the ancillaries on. That's the fun bit. Right, how much room we got? Yep, we got a bit. So, I'm just going to move this, start moving this behemoth. But see, it's hard to steer. I forgot about that bit. Really hard. I hate doing it like this. Got to use this pinch. Well, it's a long screwdriver. You just inch this forward over the expansion joint of concrete. Pushing it's too hard and it'll make it rock around like crazy. So we're already well off centre. Right, so we're still a bit off centre. We go a bit further in. I'm going to start easing the back part down. Like I don't have a bloody windshield in it. Alright, so that can start now. Coming down a bit. And then that should have the effect of lifting the front up. Alright, go back a little bit more. And then we can start going down. That's the bit that I'm sort of looking forward to, but this is the sort of bad bit where we've just got to sort of just rock it back bit by bit. I might get something to protect the firewall just in case that hits it. Oops, what have I knocked? There we go. Go back a tiny bit more, I think. What do you think, eh? A little bit more for good luck. One thing you don't need when you're doing this is bad luck. I think this is where we start getting lucky and putting it down in there. It's just a bit off centre, that's all. I don't like the angle particularly. What about there? Is that better? Still looks like it. Might want to go over there a bit more. Sweet. I think we're looking fairly good. There we go. That's a bit better. How are we looking on this side? A bit better. Good. Let's just lower it a bit. A bit bouncy. Much easier sticking the other engines in than this silly thing, but it doesn't matter. We're almost there. Shock horror, I scratched it before. It's about to drop here. Because I'm sort of crossed up and not doing this the way I normally do it. You have a system that you always sort of stay with that serves you well over the years. And when you have to deviate from it, it takes a little bit to get used to it. There we go, I think we're good. I think I'll pop some bolts in now. I think the first thing I'll do is grab a bloody tea. I want to tea, even though we're sort of taking up the weight with that. I'm pretty relaxed how it is. It looks bloody good though, doesn't it? Looks very nice. Let's have a walk around. There's another bolt I have to put in for the inspection cover I missed, and the kick down yonder, that thing there. We're sitting over the mounts down there. Got to put the fuel pump on. That's the engine stand block off thing for the fuel pump. 4.9. That's a bit nicer than a 4.1. I think we're good there. Here we go. Yep, that looks alright. Okay. There's the back of it there. Time for a cup of tea. Right, here we are. I'd forgotten Crossmember's bolted further forward on a V8 and didn't even think of it. So the 6-cylinder ones are held in by these sort of spring steel retainers. It's a shame not to go ahead and clean up all under here, but I don't think I'm going to. I'll just pressure wash it. It's clean from there forward. Doesn't look nice. I've got to put split pins in that idler arm too. But yeah, I'm just sort of taking this out to move to the forward hole for the 8-cylinder Crossmember, or for the Crossmember on the 8-cylinder transmission. These are a pain in the neck, particularly in the position I'm in now, because they're kind of spring steel and they're a bit of an effort to get off, but it doesn't matter, it's just part and parcel of it. And the other thing, I went looking for nuts. I looked at them and thought, oh, they're 3/8, but they're not, they're 10-150s. So I was looking at 10-125s and 3/8, and I looked closer at the thread, and that is a 10-150. So, you know, pardon me, that is going to go in that hole. It's probably easier from inside the car actually. And I might have, oh sorry, I might have to clean up around the hole a bit because it doesn't want to sit in as well as it, oh no, there it is. There it is. And we just jack that up and bolt it up. Rosie just said a joke that I'm working with chains. I mean, really? Hang on, I'm stuck on the rudder button. There we go. There we go, little 302 Fairlane. I did end up, because of the cherry picker thing, the leveler, I'd scratched the firewall down there, so I'll just touch it up. The other thing is I can't put the alternator on until I've got a new plug in there, until I put the heat hose on, because it's just easy without the alternator there. How nice is that, huh? Right, engine's all in. Looks rather lovely. All factory fittings, which is nice because it's not a factory installation. Underneath it just looks lovely at the front. It's further back where it doesn't look as lovely. Okay, that's it for now. Got to change that out for an electronic one and wire this up, which is very easy, very straightforward on these old cars. And I'll buy some heat hoses, put them on, alternator, fan can go in, radio can go in, hoses can go in, I've got all that. I'll change out that vacuum line as well, that vacuum port thing, and get it looking a little bit more finished. I've got to also get a phenolic spacer as well for that. But anyway, look, that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed that, and take care of yourselves. Enjoy your classic, and I'll see you soon.